An urgent and divine miracle has just arrived for you. Jesus has a spectacular revelation of something extraordinary that is about to be delivered into your life. This revelation will resolve all your problems and transform your life forever. To claim this miracle, you must stay until the end of this video. Simple, right? Listen carefully because God Himself will speak to you. Ignoring this message is not an option. You don't want to regret missing out on God's plan for you. Today, before the day ends, you will witness this miracle. Keep this to yourself. Remember, God works in silence. At the end of this video, I will pray with you for the realization of all these blessings in your life. Do not dismiss this. Every time you hear the word receive, type I receive in the comments. This act of faith will solidify your possession of this blessing. In 33 seconds, starting now, you will experience something unique. Stay with me, and with a heart full of faith, feel the presence of the Holy Spirit envelop you. Your transformation starts now. Amen. Imagine living in a world where every penny you earn, spend, or invest could bring about radical transformation not just in your life, but also in the lives of everyone around you. Where money, so often seen as the root of all evil, becomes the most powerful tool for blessing and purpose, guided by the hands of God. Today, I'm going to reveal how this is not only possible, but has been a transformative reality for many who have chosen a less traveled, but infinitely more rewarding path. Are you tired of feeling trapped in the relentless pursuit of money, realizing that at the end of the day, nothing you acquire brings you true peace or satisfaction? I understand this frustration, this deep pain of feeling that something essential is missing in your financial and spiritual life. But here is the game-changing solution: letting God guide every financial decision you make, transforming each transaction into an act of deep faith and eternal purpose. This is not just another superficial financial advice. What I'm about to share with you is controversial. It goes against the flow of what modern society preaches about wealth and success. But I promise that if you open your heart and mind to this divine truth, you'll discover a path to financial and spiritual freedom that you never imagined possible. Prepare for a journey that will not only deeply touch upon your pain, but also offer a tangible and divinely inspired solution. This is the time to redefine your relationship with money and discover, through God, the true meaning of prosperity. Stay with me until the end of this video, and together, we will explore how to make each financial decision a true expression of faith, generosity, and service to others. Shall we? In every step you take, in every tough decision you face, God is there. He sees beyond appearances, understanding the depths of your heart. He is aware of the times when you feel overwhelmed by never-ending bills and money that seems never enough. God knows the anguish it causes you and wants to help you find peace and provision. You are not alone on days when money seems to dictate every choice you make. God understands that, in a world so focused on material wealth, financial stress can feel overwhelming. He wants you to know that more valuable than money is your spiritual and emotional well-being, and He is ready to guide you through these storms. Remember, God has a plan for your life that includes not only your happiness, but also your financial security. He wants you to prosper, not just in terms of money, but in all areas of your life. Trusting God in times of financial uncertainty can be challenging, but it is also when faith becomes most crucial. God does not promise that the journey will be free of hardship, but He promises to be with you, helping you manage your resources and guiding you toward solutions you might not see right now. When worries about money begin to dominate your thoughts, it's important to turn to God's Word. The Scriptures are filled with promises of His provision and care. He knows each of your needs before you even recognize them and is working in your favor, even if you may not immediately see it. God also encourages financial wisdom. Seeking divine guidance when making budgets, investing money, or even when spending on daily necessities is a way to honor God with your finances. He wants you to be wise with money, using it in a way that reflects your values and His goodness. In times of financial difficulty, it's tempting to feel helpless and hopeless. However, God is calling you to a deeper relationship with Him, where your security relies not just on money but on continued trust in His provision. Handing over your financial fears to God is a powerful step toward emotional and spiritual freedom. God is with you in every financial calculation, in every worry about the money that comes and goes, and in the hours you spend trying to make the money stretch to the end of the month. His presence is constant, and his promise is to never leave you nor forsake you. Therefore, as you navigate financial challenges, keep your faith firmly anchored in the certainty that God knows your struggles and is with you, guiding you toward a future of hope and abundance. He is inviting you to lean on his eternal wisdom and grace as you make your way through the economic challenges. Every prayer you offer about your financial situation is heard, and each silent plea for help is received with divine compassion. God is not indifferent to your needs, rather, he is actively engaged in your life, orchestrating circumstances to bring about his best for you, including financially. In this relationship with God, where every aspect of your life, including your finances, is open before him, you will discover a profound sense of security. It's not that the struggles with money disappear overnight, but rather that you gain a new perspective. You learn to prioritize what truly matters, understanding that while money is necessary, it is not the ultimate goal. Your faith and trust in God grow stronger, enabling you to face financial hardships with resilience and hope. God encourages you to seek community and support. He does not intend for you to face these challenges alone. Sharing your financial burdens with a trusted group of faith-based supporters can lead to practical advice, emotional support, and even financial assistance. This fellowship can provide a buffer against the isolation that financial stress often brings. It is also important to remember that God's timeline is perfect. While it might seem like your financial breakthrough is delayed, God's timing is always aimed at bringing the greatest good for your life. He knows when and how to provide for you in ways that you might not expect. This might mean new opportunities for income, unexpected financial gifts, or a newfound skill that can increase your earning potential. Trust in God's plan for your life, including your financial health. You'll find that your relationship with money changes. It becomes less about fear and scarcity and more about stewardship and gratitude. You begin to see money as a tool to do good, serve others, and glorify God. Remember that God's knowledge of your life is comprehensive. He knows about every dollar you need, every bill you face, and every financial dream you hold dear. His promise to be with you is steadfast, not just in spiritual matters but in practical, everyday financial issues too. So, as you navigate your financial journey, take comfort in knowing that God is with you, offering wisdom, peace, and provisions every step of the way. Trust in God's infinite wisdom and provision. It means being proactive about learning financial management skills, understanding that God uses both supernatural and practical means to provide for his children. Resources like financial planning seminars, biblically based budgeting tools, and wise counsel from financial advisors can all be part of his provision. As you align your financial practices with biblical principles, you'll discover that managing money becomes a spiritual discipline. Tithing, giving generously, and managing resources responsibly are not just financial actions. They are acts of worship that acknowledge God's sovereignty over your finances. These practices deepen your dependence on God and enhance your understanding of his character as Jehovah Jireh, the Lord who provides. Embracing gratitude plays a crucial role in your financial journey. It's easy to focus on what you lack or to become envious of others' wealth, but gratitude shifts your focus to what you already possess and the blessings that God continuously pours into your life. Regularly practicing gratitude not only improves your mental and emotional health but also aligns your heart with God's heart, opening up more opportunities for him to work in and through your life. God's involvement in your financial life is a testament to his overall care for you. He is not a distant observer but a loving Father actively participating in every area of your life. As you continue to trust in his provisions and follow his guidance, you will navigate your financial path with grace and wisdom. Always remember, with God at your side, you are never walking alone. You are moving forward with a powerful ally who knows your needs and has already prepared the way for your prosperity and peace. Always remember, with God at your side, you are never walking alone. You are moving forward with a powerful ally, one who fully understands your needs and has already laid out a path for your prosperity and peace. This assurance should bring a profound sense of security and confidence in your financial decisions, knowing that they are overseen by your Heavenly Father who wishes above all things that you prosper. God's role as a provider is deeply rooted in his nature and the promises he makes in the Scriptures. He assures us that He will supply all our needs according to His riches in glory. Philippians 4 verse 19. This isn't merely a passive assurance, it's an active pledge that He is continuously working behind the scenes to ensure that your needs are met, your burdens are lightened, and your path is made clear. Engaging with this truth requires a shift in perspective from seeing finances as a source of stress to viewing them as an area where God's blessings can manifest. By aligning your financial practices with biblical principles, you are not only ensuring wise management but are also opening up avenues for God to work His will in your life. This alignment involves practical steps like budgeting, saving, and giving, but also spiritual steps like praying for wisdom, discerning God's will, and trusting in God's timing. Trust in God's timing is crucial, especially when financial challenges arise. It can sometimes feel as though your prayers for financial breakthrough are not being answered. However, God's timing is perfect, and He often uses delays to teach us patience and to prepare us for the blessings He has in store. These lessons in patience and trust are not always easy, but they are always fruitful, cultivating in us a character that is more aligned with Christ. God encourages us to be stewards of the resources we are given. This stewardship is not just about managing money wisely, it is about recognizing that everything we own is a trust from God. Being a good steward means using your resources in a way that reflects your values and God's priorities, including helping others, supporting the work of the church, and investing in eternal treasures rather than just earthly gains. Facing financial hardships with God does not mean denying the reality of your situation. It means facing it head-on with a powerful ally by your side. It involves being honest in your prayers, expressing your fears, and asking for guidance and provision. It's about partnership with God, where your efforts are complemented by His supernatural ability to provide, guide, and sustain. Walking the financial path with God at your side transforms the journey from one of anxiety and uncertainty to one of faith, peace, and assurance. God's involvement in your finances is a dynamic interaction of His guidance, your faith, and practical wisdom. Always remember, as you entrust each financial decision and challenge to Him, you are not just managing money, you are growing in faith and understanding of who God is and how He works in your life. With God, each financial challenge is an opportunity for growth and each success a reason for gratitude. This journey with God involves a proactive approach to financial education and the wise use of resources. Learning to budget, invest, and save wisely are all practices that, when infused with prayer and guided by God's Spirit, can lead to not only financial stability but also spiritual growth. The discipline of managing your finances in a godly manner can be a profound act of worship, acknowledging God as the source of all your resources. In your community of faith, sharing your financial struggles and victories can also be a powerful ministry. Testimonies of how God has worked in your financial life can encourage and uplift others who might be facing similar challenges. Moreover, the community can be a source of practical support, offering wisdom, resources, and help in times of need. The Bible encourages bearing one another's burdens, and this includes supporting each other through financial highs and lows. Practicing generosity is another key element in your financial walk with God. The act of giving, whether to your church, to charities, or to individuals in need, is a tangible expression of your trust in God's endless provision. It reflects a heart that is not hoarding but is open and responsive to the needs of others. Generosity releases you from the grip of materialism and shifts your focus from accumulation to distribution, aligning your actions with God's generous nature. As you commit your financial journey to God, make space for gratitude and recognition of His continual presence and provision. Celebrate every victory, whether big or small, as a gift from God. Expressing gratitude not only honors God but also reinforces your awareness of His active role in your life. It transforms your perspective, increasing your alertness to God's daily blessings and deepening your joy and contentment. God's involvement in your financial life is a vivid demonstration of His overall care and commitment to you. As you trust and follow Him, navigating your financial path with grace and wisdom becomes not just a possibility but a daily reality. With God at your side, you are equipped to handle any financial situation with faith, wisdom, and a heart full of gratitude, knowing that you are deeply cared for and never alone in any challenge you face. This promise is especially significant when you face financial uncertainty or pressure. It reassures you that God's peace is a protective barrier around your decision-making, offering clarity and calm in the midst of potential turmoil. Involving God in your finances is to foster a spirit of resilience and perseverance. Financial journeys are rarely linear and often feature setbacks alongside successes. In times of setback, it's tempting to doubt God's provision or your own abilities. Embracing God's timing is another foundational element in your financial faith journey. Sometimes, God's answers to our financial prayers come quickly, and other times, they unfold slowly. Remember that your financial journey is part of a larger spiritual narrative. Your finances are a tool God uses to shape your character, provide for your needs, and enable you to bless others. They are also a platform for you to testify to God's goodness and faithfulness. As you manage your finances under God's direction, you live out a powerful witness to those around you, demonstrating that it's possible to handle money wisely and ethically in a world that often prioritizes wealth and personal gain over spiritual values. God's involvement in your financial life is an invitation to experience His care in a tangible way. As you trust in Him and follow His guidance, you will navigate your financial path with grace, wisdom, and a deep sense of His peace. With God at your side, every financial decision becomes an opportunity to deepen your faith, cultivate gratitude, and live out the values of the kingdom. You are never alone, for your Father is with you, orchestrating each step towards a life of abundance and peace. God's ways are often mysterious, and the reasons behind our trials may not be immediately apparent. However, trust that there is a divine reason for every difficulty you face. These hardships are not random or pointless. They are part of a larger plan designed to refine your character and enhance your understanding of God's nature and His ways. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. This promise holds that every trial you endure is a step towards discovering a deeper truth about your life and your purpose in God's grand design. Consider that these challenges are opportunities to test and strengthen your faith. Just as gold is refined by fire, your faith is strengthened by trials. James 1 verses 2-4 encourages believers to consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Embrace perseverance as a vital part of your spiritual growth, allowing it to finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. When we face hardships, it's easy to question your presence or your plan. Yet, I am reminded that each struggle is not just a moment of suffering, but a step towards a greater understanding of your will. Help me to see these difficulties not as obstacles meant to break me, but as opportunities to build my faith and character, sculpting me into the person you desire me to be. I know that behind every moment of pain or confusion, there lies a lesson that can enlighten and enrich my spiritual journey. Allow me to discover the meaning of these trials, and in doing so, strengthen my faith. Teach me to trust in your timing and your perfect plan, knowing that everything that happens is for my ultimate good. As I endure these trying times, let me hold on to the promise that you are always by my side, guiding and guarding me through every storm. May I find solace in your word, which provides the strength and courage I need to continue. Your scriptures remind me that you are a refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Instill in me a heart that seeks you first in all circumstances. When I am weary, energize me with your love and grace. When I am disheartened, uplift my spirits with the hope that only comes from you. Let each day be a testament to my faith, as I walk confidently in the path you have laid out for me, embracing each challenge as a testament to my trust in you. Lord, use these hard times to reveal deeper truths to me. As I learn and grow through these experiences, may my journey inspire others who are also struggling, showing them that with faith, no obstacle is insurmountable. Let my life reflect your glory, demonstrating that through belief in you, we can overcome even the most daunting challenges. I pray for the wisdom to discern the lessons hidden within these hardships and the strength to face them with courage and conviction. I know that with you, all things are possible, and I am prepared to emerge from this phase of my life stronger and more committed to your purpose. Thank you for being my unfailing support and for the blessed assurance that ultimately, everything will work out for my benefit and your glory. In this modern world, where money is often seen as an end in itself, it's easy to get lost in the relentless pursuit of financial success. However, True wealth is not found in the accumulation of money, but in the peace and clarity we discover when we connect with the divine. God, in His infinite wisdom, is not oblivious to our material needs, but He invites us to realize that our true prosperity comes from something money cannot buy. God speaks in many ways, through nature, through scriptures, through the gentle whispers in our hearts during moments of silence. He uses the reality of money as a means, not an end, teaching us that it is through wise and ethical management of our financial resources that we can find freedom and the generosity to help others. Listening to God in a world focused on money requires intentionality. It demands that we slow down and prioritize moments of reflection, prayer, and meditation. In these quiet moments, God reveals to us that love and compassion are the true currencies of the heavenly kingdom, and that by investing our hearts and souls in serving others, we are accumulating treasures that money can never purchase. Our relationship with money, while necessary for daily life, should not dominate our spirit. God calls us to use money as a tool for doing good, promoting justice, and spreading kindness. He teaches us that by dealing with money in a wise and just manner, we are honoring divine principles and strengthening our spiritual connection. God longs for an ongoing conversation with us, a conversation that challenges us to redefine our priorities and to consider how money can be used to glorify His name and aid humanity. As we open ourselves to these sacred dialogues, we discover that God not only speaks to our heart about spiritual matters, but also about how to navigate financial complexities with integrity and purpose. God wants us to know that our security does not come from the amount of money we have, but from the trust we place in Him. He promises to take care of us, meet our needs, and guide us through life's challenges, including those related to money. Thus, as we turn our hearts towards God and listen to His voice, we are guided not just to greater financial stability, but to a richly spiritual life. God's communication about money often comes as reassurance during times of financial uncertainty. When we face economic challenges, the temptation to panic or become overly focused on material solutions can be strong. However, God reminds us to place our trust in Him, reassuring us that our needs will be met according to His riches and glory. This trust is not passive, it's an active trust that involves seeking God's direction and following His lead, even in financial matters. Involving God in our financial life also means acknowledging Him as the source of all our blessings, including our ability to earn and manage money. With this recognition, gratitude becomes a daily practice. We are reminded to be thankful for what we have, rather than constantly striving for more. This gratitude adjusts our attitude towards money, turning it from a source of stress to a source of blessing. When God speaks to your heart about money, He is inviting you to view your finances through a spiritual lens. This perspective not only changes how you handle money, but also deepens your relationship with God. It leads to a life where money serves a divine purpose, enhancing rather than dictating the quality of your life. Let God's voice guide you in all things, including your finances, and watch how richly He blesses every area of your life. Listening to God about money teaches us patience and contentment. In a world that pushes for instant gratification and constant accumulation, God teaches us to be content with what we have and to wait patiently for His provisions. This lesson is invaluable as it frees us from the endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction that often accompanies financial pursuits. It teaches us to value what we have, and to find joy in simplicity and generosity. The practice of trusting in God's provision also leads us to live a life of faith. When we truly believe that God will provide for our needs, we can take risks that we might not have considered before, like starting a new charity, investing in a community project, or supporting a mission. These acts of faith can lead to profound impacts on the lives of others, and they also deepen our own faith as we see God work through our willingness to act. God's guidance about money often leads us to be proactive in seeking ways to improve our financial stewardship. This might involve educating ourselves about financial management, seeking counsel from wise and godly mentors, or even attending workshops that help align our financial practices with biblical principles. By being proactive, we honor God not only with our resources, but also with our minds and hearts. We continue to hear God's voice in our financial lives. We become witnesses to others of how a life led by divine principles is not only possible but deeply rewarding. Our example can inspire others to explore how faith and finances intersect, leading them to a similar journey of discovery and transformation. When God speaks directly to your heart about money, it's an invitation to a life-changing journey. It's about more than managing finances. It's about transforming our entire lives to align with divine wisdom. As we follow God's guidance, we find that our financial decisions become channels of blessings, not only for ourselves but for the community around us. Let God's voice be the loudest in your life, guiding you to use every resource for His glory. God's voice is distinct and powerful when it comes to guiding us in all aspects of life, including our financial affairs. This invitation to listen and adhere to His directions offers an opportunity for profound spiritual and material renewal. By allowing God to influence how we handle money, we are called to a more mindful and purposeful existence where each financial decision reflects our deepest values and faith. The financial journey guided by God is not about accumulating wealth for its own sake, but about understanding the true value of money as a tool to carry out God's work on earth. This means learning to be generous, avoiding greed, investing in projects that promote the common good, and aiding those in need. This transformation not only improves our financial standing, but also enriches our spirit and strengthens our community. Integrating biblical principles into our financial management opens our lives to receive and distribute God's blessings in ways we could never have imagined. Generosity becomes a daily practice, not just an occasional obligation. We learn to trust more in God and less in our capacity to amass wealth. In this process, we discover the true freedom that comes from living according to divine principles, where money serves eternal purposes. Let God guide your financial decisions. Seek His counsel in prayer on how to spend, save, invest, and donate. Look for wisdom in the Scriptures to better understand God's financial principles. As you open yourself to this heavenly guidance, you will notice that your finances start to reflect your faith more profoundly. Your choices not only meet your needs, but also bless those around you and demonstrate God's love in the tangible world. You are not just making decisions to improve your economic situation, but you are choosing a path that honors God and expands His kingdom on earth. This journey is not easy and requires constant faith, but the rewards are eternal. Allow God to be the supreme guide in your financial life and see how His wisdom can transform all areas of your life, leading to a richer and more meaningful existence in every sense. Embracing God's perspective on money can lead to profound peace and contentment. The societal pressures to earn more and own more can often lead to stress and dissatisfaction. However, when your financial plans are aligned with God's plans, you operate from a place of abundance, not scarcity. You understand that God's provision is sufficient and His plans are perfect. This mindset shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have and what you can give. Letting God be the loudest voice in your life about money is about allowing Him to infuse every financial decision with purpose and meaning. It's about moving from mere monetary transactions to meaningful spiritual transactions that reflect God's love and generosity. Whether you are making a budget, investing in stocks, or deciding on a charity to support, remember that each decision is an opportunity to deepen your faith, serve your community, and glorify God. With God as your guide, your financial journey can become a powerful tool for good, turning prosperity into a blessing for all. The Bible offers many insights into how we should handle our finances. For instance, Proverbs 22 verse 7 teaches that the borrower is servant to the lender, highlighting the importance of living within our means and avoiding excessive debt. Similarly, 1 Timothy 6 verse 10 warns of the dangers of loving money, which can lead us away from faith. These scriptures can guide us in creating budgets that prioritize essential needs and charitable giving, ensuring that our spending and saving reflect our spiritual commitments. The spiritual rewards of faithful financial stewardship are immense. By allowing God to guide our financial decisions, we not only align our lives more closely with His will, but also open ourselves up to a richer spiritual life. This approach turns prosperity into a blessing not just for ourselves, but for all those around us. It transforms our financial journey into a powerful tool for good, spreading God's love and light in tangible ways. Letting God be the loudest voice in your financial life transforms simple economic actions into powerful acts of faith. Each financial decision becomes a step towards a more spiritually fulfilling life, where wealth is measured not just in monetary terms but in the love and generosity we spread. In this way, our financial practices become a testament to our faith, a means to serve, and a way to glorify God, turning every act of prosperity into a shared blessing. Facing financial challenges can also be an opportunity for spiritual growth. When we encounter financial difficulties, turning to God for guidance and strength can help us navigate these situations with grace and wisdom. Instead of succumbing to worry or despair, we can use these moments to reinforce our trust in God's provision and plan for our lives. Such challenges remind us to rely not solely on our own understanding but to seek divine insight and support, reinforcing our faith and dependence on God's guidance. When we let God guide our financial decisions, we contribute to building a community of generosity and support. By sharing our resources and blessings, we embody the principles of Christian community as described in Acts 2 verses 44 to 45, where believers shared everything they had with each other. This kind of community not only supports its members, but also serves as a beacon of God's love and grace to the wider world. Integrating faith into every aspect of our financial lives involves a holistic approach that encompasses earning, saving, spending, giving, and investing. It requires a balance that honors God's teachings and reflects His generosity and love. By doing so, we ensure that our financial lives are not just about personal gain, but about fostering a legacy of faith, generosity, and purpose that honors God and impacts the world positively. Letting God be the loudest voice in our financial decisions is a transformative practice that elevates our financial management to a spiritual act of worship. Through this approach, we not only achieve financial wisdom but also cultivate a life rich in faith and generosity. Each financial decision becomes an expression of our trust in God, an act of worship that glorifies Him and benefits others. In this way, we use our resources not just to build wealth but to build a kingdom of love, compassion, and justice on earth, as it is in heaven. The integration of spirituality and financial decisions also encourages us to be proactive in seeking opportunities to bless others. This might look like investing in a friend's business venture as an act of faith in their vision, or it might involve offering financial support to someone in need without expecting anything in return. These acts of kindness and trust are practical applications of the biblical principle of loving our neighbor and demonstrate a trust in God to replenish and sustain our resources. In handling finances this way, we also prepare ourselves for the future with wisdom and prudence. This includes saving for potential emergencies and planning for long-term needs, all while trusting that God will provide for us as promised in scriptures like Matthew 6 verse 33, which urges us to seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, with the assurance that all these things, including our material needs, will be added unto us. This approach does not mean that financial planning and management are without challenges. However, it ensures that these challenges are met with a mindset that values eternal impact over temporary gain. It means making decisions that are not just good for the moment but good for the soul and for the community at large. This can lead to a sense of peace and contentment with what we have, regardless of how much or how little that may be. It's about finding joy in generosity and satisfaction in stewardship, knowing that our true treasure is not found in earthly wealth but in the riches of a life lived in service to God and others. God's voice be the loudest in our financial decisions. We open the door to a life characterized by divine wisdom, profound peace, and joyful giving. This way, our financial journey isn't just about navigating economic landscapes but about charting a course that leads to spiritual fulfillment and eternal impact. At the heart of this belief is the trust that God is not only overseeing the major issues of life, but also the minute intricacies of money. He is present in the daily decisions I make about how to spend, save, and invest my money. With each transaction, whether a simple purchase or a significant investment, I seek divine guidance to ensure that my money is used in ways that glorify God and benefit those around me. This conviction transforms my approach to money in several ways. First, it promotes an attitude of gratitude and contentment. Recognizing that every penny that passes through my hands is a blessing from God fills my heart with gratitude. This gratitude prevents me from falling into the traps of greed or materialism, which can often divert our focus from what truly matters. This divine perspective on money encourages deeper financial responsibility. With God as my financial advisor, each decision about money is weighed not only in terms of personal benefit, but also in how it aligns with spiritual values. This approach compels me to manage my money wisely, ensuring that it supports not only my needs but also the needs of others, reflecting God's generosity and love. Being mindful of how money impacts our spiritual lives, I also view financial resources as a tool for doing good. Money, in this sense, becomes a vehicle for charity and service. Whether it's donating to a cause that is close to my heart, supporting a community project, or helping someone in need, each act of giving is an expression of faith. It underscores the belief that by sharing our financial blessings, we are participating in God's work on earth. This faith-centered handling of money also means trusting God during financial hardships. When money is tight or financial crises arise, my first response is to turn to prayer and seek God's guidance. These challenges are opportunities to deepen my trust in God's provision. They remind me to look beyond the immediate difficulties and focus on the eternal security that faith in God provides. Integrating faith into money management involves regular reflection and adjustment. As I grow in my spiritual journey, my financial practices evolve too. I continually reassess how my financial decisions reflect my commitment to God. This ongoing process ensures that my use of money remains a faithful act of worship, aligned with God's purposes. Letting God be the guiding force in how I handle money is transformative. It changes money from being a potential source of worry into a means of blessing. It not only provides financial wisdom but also nurtures a life rich in faith and generosity. Each financial decision becomes an expression of my trust in God, an act of worship that glorifies Him and benefits others. In this way, we use our resources not just to build personal wealth but to build a kingdom of love, compassion, and justice on earth, as it is in heaven.